Perfect. All right. Good morning. My name is Reggie Lau. This is Financial Fundamentals, and I have here in the back, I have a lady that I found very intriguing, and she had been so gracious to allow us to have a conversation in the rideshare. So, you can, if you don't feel comfortable answering any question, feel free to decline. But I wanted just to start off with, maybe if you want to share your first name.
Sure. My name is Tooba. It's a Persian name.
Persian.
And it means happiness and luck. So
I like that.
has, I think, a direct connection with what you're talking about, financial success.
Yes.
So,
That's awesome. Now, so we were kind of having a little conversation prior to starting this video, and I wanted just to ask you a couple of. So you said Persian name. So now, where do you come from?
I am very happy and proud to belong to Pakistan.
Okay.
And this is an interesting question for
Sure.
me because I like to call myself a global citizen since I was born in London.
Oh.
I spent a few years of my childhood in Pakistan.
I like that. Okay.
And then spent a lot of my formative years in high school and college and my first job in the Netherlands in Europe.
Wow, you're well traveled. I think this is even this is like a gem of a find of a rideshare. And I really am. Thank you. I really do appreciate Tooba for you being so gracious to have a conversation. So I know we're talking about our children, and you mentioned that you have two little ones.
Yes,
So
I do.
and and we're talking about also life of opportunity and privilege. So my question to you is, what do you think? And okay, before you dive into that question, you mentioned that. So I'd like to have a background quickly of your profession. So if you could speak on that, what do you currently do for this nonprofit? You said.
Of course, and to me that has also been a journey because I have a traditional business school background.
Oh, okay.
I went to one of Europe's top 10 business schools.
Which is?
Rotterdam School of Management.
Wow. Okay.
So I had the typical chase after, financial success kind of influences around me.
Okay.
But I always knew at the core of my heart that I wanted to do something that had an impact and that made a difference.
Okay.
And I've always had a passion for sort of addressing inequities.
Okay.
So what I do is I'm the Associate Director of Business Development at Phelan Leadership Academies, which is a Black-led educational nonprofit.
Oh wow. Okay.
So what we do is we work with the worst performing schools in the country and offer the supports really that are needed in helping teachers be the best that they can be, giving our scholars the opportunities that they need in terms of high quality instruction. So
Wow.
I'm really blessed and privileged to work where I do.
That's amazing. So thank you for doing the work you do, because I'm truly a believer. So I come myself from the Long Beach Unified School District. So I started middle school. I came from the Philippines myself. So I was born there, moved here when I was 11, but I've been in Long Beach ever since. I love this city. You can't make me leave. I'll work as many jobs as I need to stay here. And that's kind of where my heart is at.
Okay.
And so so now back to the question I was telling you about,
Yes.
privilege and opportunity. Where is that divide, you think? Where do you think that, since you want to make an effect for these schools that have, I guess you could even say, have less opportunities, where does that divide exist?
It's such a profound question. Thank you for asking that. I think to me there's many different divides and many different sorts of privilege.
Yes.
And I can expand on that, but to me privilege lies, the core of privilege is differential access to resources.
Okay.
So whether it's money, whether it's knowledge, whether it's food access, many different layers.
Agreed.
And I think in our country there is, I think we would like to be blind to say that there isn't racial inequity as
Right.
well.
That's my microphone. Go ahead. No, sorry, that's my microphone.
I'm glad I'm not the only one holding a microphone.
I got you. I'm with you on that.
So I think there's many different layers of inequity and privilege, and I think those that are privileged, whether by their demographics or by having the financial resources, have the responsibility to help balance things out. I think the last thing
sharing that. I mean, I really do believe that, with the way systems are right now, like even in our own city, Long Beach, there's like, here's an example. Like Long Beach Poly is known for its academics and sports. And then if you move over to Cabrillo on the west side, which is not that far away, you don't barely know that school at all. And I think there's a few reasons why. The school is new. Opened in 2000, and so even to this day, they don't have a strong sports program or academic program that's really recognized. Not like Poly is, not like Wilson is, right? So even in our own city, there's that inequity.
Yes, and that's something I think you're saying something on point, because I've noticed this having grown up in Europe versus living here. You go from, just a couple blocks down the road and it's completely different, right?
Yeah, right.
And there's pockets of equity and inequity.
Correct.
And I was, growing up in Pakistan for a portion of my life, I would see that as well, right? I would see big houses, and on the same street you would see children having to pick food from the litter, from the trash.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it was also eye-opening for me to see that much of those same inequities exist here.
Yeah.
Right? There are folks that do not have access to healthy food. How are folks supposed to, a McDonald's burger is $1, but vegetables and fruits are so expensive. So how are folks supposed to stay healthy? Right? So I think what you said is exactly right. From block to block, exactly based on where you live, there is inequity, there's privilege that you can see all around you.
And it's right in front of our faces, and I think that with how politically polarized we are, there's just like two sides. It's like the left or the right, and it's like if you're not, it's almost like that feeling that if you're not with us, you're against us, and it's disheartening, but at the same time, I believe that there's opportunity for that.
Yes.
That we can not necessarily ignore that it exists, but at the same time have an effect of trying to make a difference, like what you're doing, which is amazing, by the way.
Thank you so much. And I think what you're doing with this podcast is amazing. And I think when we're talking about critical thinking, just in a moment.
Critical thinking, yes. So let's circle back to that, right? So we're talking about our children, and where do you think we can make the biggest difference with our children is critical thinking. Could you please speak on that?
Yeah, of course. So to me, critical thinking, the influence of that comes from many different places. As I shared, I've grown up in a few different countries. I'm blessed to have that privilege. But also, I think from my religious background, I'm Muslim. And in my religion, it's encouraged to be critical. And you're supposed to keep your eyes open to the injustices around you and have this duty to correct them, right?
Oh, wow, okay.
So I'm proud to have that religious kind of, positive influence too. So when it comes to your question about children, I think building that empathy within them to interact with folks that have different backgrounds and to learn from them. Have that humility to understand that every person that enters your life has something to teach you, whether it's something positive, whether it's something negative, it's kind of life lesson. And to have, like we were talking about, those critical thinking skills to be able to be aware and see that lesson. And I think I would love for my kids to live very intentionally and make smart choices, especially for I think for both of my kids, but especially for my daughter, because I want her to be, excuse my language, but I want her to be a badass.
Yeah, no, hey, that's fine. Totally, hey.
So, I would love for her to, understand that she has free will and she has choice. And same for my son. I would love for him to be a respectful gentleman, much like my brothers are,
that's
much
great.
like my husband is. So I think that was a very long answer to your question, but I hope I answered your
No,
question.
that's a great. It's a great. Because I was gonna say, in contrast to your faith and being Muslim,
Yes.
is that I believe a lot of Catholics and Christian. I was born and raised Baptist Christian,
Okay.
and my wife is Catholic, but we kind of strayed away from the Catholic faith, only because there's a lot of negativity surrounding the Catholic faith, and so but I also see, notwithstanding that, I also see that there's a lot of kind of tribalism that exists in that religion. And so what happens is you lose the empathy you're talking about. When you lose the empathy, I believe you lose resilience. You know, you become like, oh, why are people like this in this world? And then like we expect them to be like nice to people.
And I think that's exactly right. Because
It's hilarious.
All religions, at the end of it, talk about love, right?
Yes. Founded on love.
Yeah, and
Agreed.
even if you don't prescribe to a religion, at the end of the day, it's about love. So I don't think you can truly, be human without having empathy and without having love at the core of it. Whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're atheist, you're whoever you are, I think there are just different ways of looking at things.
Yes.
And again, having that humility that whatever background you bring as from whichever faith or not, or higher universe, whatever you believe in, it's about love. That's, I think, something we've lost.
Totally agreed. So we are kind of wrapping up here. It's like about 3 minutes away.
Yes.
What's something that if you had the world as your platform, in this case YouTube, what would you want to leave the world with? What would you want your legacy to be?
Oh my gosh, wow.
I know it's kind of short, I gotta like,
That
but
is an amazing question. I think my legacy, first and foremost, are my children. I think if they grow up to be loving, kind, humane citizens, that would be amazing. But I think personally, I would say if I move the dial of inequity even slightly towards the positive, and I'm able to, I think I love children, being able to give them opportunities, and
Right.
even one child is able to have the opportunities that they deserve because of something small that I did. I think that would be my legacy. And I also want to say that I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be able to speak, and this conversation has opened up so many more windows in my mind. And I
Well,
really
thank you.
appreciate you for giving me this opportunity.
I thank you for being gracious again to share your thoughts and feelings, and I think that your work you're doing is very, very important. Keep doing it, keep believing in the work you do, and I know that for me and being able to share this knowledge with everybody else is that now we get to really know like we're really the same. That's really the whole point of this conversation, is realizing that we're all the same, and that some people are we get to see the bad stuff. I think if you've ever heard in customer service, there's this thing called the 1-2-10 rule, or 1-3-10 rule. Sorry, it's called 1-3-10.
Okay.
So if something good happens, only 1 to 3 people will hear about it. But if something bad happens, 10 or more will know about it.
Oh my gosh, it's so true.
It's a customer service rule. So that's why we have to, as you could say, stewards of service. Not just customers in the sense of like we're dealing with individuals, that we have to be aware that negativity spreads faster than positivity, and we have to be careful with that. And it's a power.
Yes.
It's an inherent power that we humans have.
Yes. And
Right.
it's so much easier to fall into that negativity rather than uplift folks into the positivity.
Amen to that. So thank you, Tooba. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up, and thank you again. I wanna just say to all our audiences, hope you enjoyed that, and more coming. And I asked for the universe to provide the blessings, and guess what? Tooba lands inside my rideshare this morning.
Thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you for being amazing.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.